Everybody, to another exciting edition of the Triple B Experience Friday night edition. I'm going to see if the Facebook Live goes out. I've been having trouble with that for the last couple weeks. I have no idea what the problem is. We're going to talk about some wrestling, the big leagues, and also what is going on locally. So, if you haven't hit like and subscribe, please do. Hey, Devil. Hey, Gene. I appreciate you coming out, Gene, Sunday. It was a hot one, but I appreciate it. So, and then, we didn't do a Steelers Dynasty podcast show this week because I was under the weather. But also next Thursday, we'll be back with me, Shane, and Cable doing the DC rankings. And Tuesday, we'll be back with Mark. And Wednesday, we'll be back with the Steelers stuff. So we'll be back next week, and it'll be 4th of July. Holidays, I believe it's Friday, and we'll be doing what we do best, I guess, talking and seeing what's going on. But I want to say before I get started, I want to thank and I appreciate all the sponsors that sponsored my APWF show this past Sunday. We had 8 exciting matches, not 9. Sometimes things happen. Cards are always subjects to change. Rhino was moved to the main event. Big Time Bill Collier versus Gorgeous Gregory was a great match. The D'Angelo brothers showed up first time in the APWF. We had the Troublemakers going face, something new. They were getting cheered. I was very surprised, and I will get back into the results here later on during the show. But I want to thank everybody of all the sponsors again. And ladies and gentlemen, I will be, if they're doing stuff, I will be promoting it. Okay. So I want to give a thanks to all these businesses, podcasts that helped me out during this show, because without the sponsorship, the show would be harder to do than what it is. So I will still keep sponsoring stuff out there, throwing it on social media. I will keep helping them because they actually helped me out. And it took me a couple days to recover, myself and Tammy, tearing down the ring. I'm a little older, and the heat just did me in. So I hope I can get this Facebook stuff to go. No, I don't know what happened. Oh, it's terrible. I have no idea. I don't know why I have trouble with this. It seems like every time, and I can only watch it. So I don't know. Oh well, fuck it. It's like that all the time anymore. I don't know. Oh, thanks. Thank you. Yeah, we just did an audible yesterday, and then we just went we're going to do it next week. Shane wanted to make sure he had all the thumbnails for all the movies. So we'll do it next Thursday. It'll be the fireworks. It'll be definitely fireworks. So I want to put out and I will get the APWF matches here momentarily because I have no idea on how I don't know how I can. I got nothing. So okay, let me get to. I have everything set up, and then sometimes when everything goes in disarray, it makes me upset. So I just want to get to given the results of the show from Sunday. It was a hot show. It was hot temperature wise. I appreciate all the fans for showing up. We raised a little bit of money for the Teddy Bear Fund Drive, not as much as I wanted to, but also it was a hot day. And people were probably all there was a lot of wrestling shows this past weekend. So there was a lot going on, and we did what we could do. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. Myself and Tammy, we are going to restructure and refocus on what the APWF is going to do, because honestly, the APWF is myself. Tammy catered all the food and cooked all the food for a couple of days, and it was overwhelming, and it was hard on her. She was just beat up physically. And that is very, very hard to do. I was beat up physically for tearing down a ring and loading it up and putting it back in my garage, and with the heat and stuff did me in. But we with Chris Royce, who's booking, Larry Stryker helps out with the media, and then Shane helps out with all kind of facets of the company. We're going to sit back, we're going to get refocused, and we're still going to be doing stuff with independent wrestling, but I believe one show a year for me is enough, because I need younger people to help out. My hats off to my sister who took tickets that day. Shane's wife, April, came and helped. Chris's girlfriend helped out, put up chairs. JJ and Reese, helped put the ring together and stuff like that. My mother-in-law helped Tammy, did the ring entrance. But we need younger people. I don't have a training school. I can't get trainees to help out, but it is what it is. There's other avenues we'll be looking into. If a place in Indiana County wants to rent something out and we can put the ring in, or do something like that, or somebody contacts me of using the ring and maybe making it financially good, we'll see. But we're only doing one show a year, because that was that's a lot of hard work. And it's just overwhelming sometimes. And it's not so much overwhelming, it's like I'm no offense, I'm not good at kissing ass. So I try to be nice, but I'm not an ass kisser. And that's one thing I don't do. And I do give respect when respect is earned. Oh, thanks, brother. Cool. Yeah, we did okay, but we could have did better. I mean, there was 5 shows Saturday, and I'm trying to get the results. So, okay, here's the results. The ring announcer was Hank Hudson. The officials was George Ross, Timmy Richards, and Mark Charles III. The commentators, and you can catch it on the Triple B Experience, the whole show. I downloaded it last night. Was the Doc, Jim LaMotta, and Doc, and the I talked about whatever. I opened up the show and thanked all the sponsors, and Chris Coleman said some words about how his Achilles injury is coming. The first match was a 4-man tag match. The Shape, Jake Wiley, and award-winning podcaster Marcus D'Angelo with Dirt Sheet Dominic D'Angelo, 2 podcasters that actually make money doing podcasting. That's what they do for a living. Yours truly is. I'll keep trucking along. They defeated the Magnificent Gods, the Magnificent Gerard Garrett, and the Greek god Alexander Danis. And Wiley pinned Garrett at 11-10. So, and the second match was All That. Braden Elliott pinned the Shot Carl Keaton in 4.3. 4 minutes and 13 seconds. Following an inverted atomic drop. Thanks to Hank Hudson, who did the announcing. We had sound this time. And we also had a ladies match, the first ladies match in Indiana County history. And anytime that this company has ever been in Indiana, this is the first historic match. It was the Allied Independent Wrestling Federation's World Championship match. the AIWF champion, the Unstoppable Spark, Ava Brooks, pinned Liberty L. the Villainous to retain her title. First time ever clash, like I said before, big time Bill Collier versus Gorgeous Gregory. And at the 17 minutes and 17-second mark, Collier took the victory. They had a mutual respect in the middle of the ring. First time ever that those guys actually wrestled each other, and I was appreciative that we got them booked. So if you got a chance to see them in other companies, please do. NWA superstar Spencer Slade, a spectacular Spencer Slade defeated your boy Matt McCoy in submission at 9.42 with a sharpshooter. If you get a chance to see Spencer Slade, oh, she's a bruiser, man. She's a bruiser. And the seventh match was a 4-man tag match. The big fundamental Zach Nystrom versus and the Beast Man, King Kong Huss, the Beast Man, defeated Big Boss Man Glenn Spector and a natural Caden Christopher, the Troublemakers. Now the Troublemakers has been a heel the whole time since this company come back, and now they went face. I think it's the keg. I think it's fraternity. I think they had the crowd behind them. Yeah, the Big Boss Man turned he turned a 180. Zach and the Beast Man. First time the Beast Man has ever been booked in the APWF in my whole lovely career. I'm glad that we could actually get him because he's very, very busy. He goes to Japan. He owns his own company. And they took the win at 8 minutes and 58 seconds. And also, this is the main event. It turned into a no disqualification, no count-out match. ECW, the last guy to hold the ECW World Heavyweight Champion, the Man Beast Rhino, pinned the invincible Vince Valor at the 12 minutes, 35-second mark. Because they called the bell at 3.4 minutes, and they called we weren't doing that. We weren't doing that. We were getting the people what they wanted to see. They wanted to see a finish. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the results of the APWF. We are on Facebook. I can't get on my personal Facebook to ask questions and all that. I don't know what the hell the problem is. I have no idea. I just might have to get on it later and see how it works. But still, check out my social media stuff. But as of right now, that was the one show for this year. But don't get me wrong, I will help out other companies because there's other companies that help me out. You know what I mean? We're not going nowhere, but we just got to get younger people to do ring stuff and get the stuff ready. We're going to cater. We'll cater some food next time because my wife is not going to bust her ass for 2 days cooking. And I want a big shout out to Josh and the guys from the castle. Tony, I appreciate letting your guys come up. And Main Street Hobby, they were there, and Josh did a great job on the sound. Last year, our sound was not good, so that's why the show was called Redemption. And Redemption we did a show competing with about 99 to 100 degrees. It was hot out, but I appreciate everybody that showed up, and yeah, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's get started. Tomorrow at 1:00, which is surprising. WWE has Night of Champions. Now, last week, John Cena cut a promo that I thought was kick-ass. I thought it was great. And he did a pipe bomb that was reminiscent of the CM Punk pipe bomb of many years ago. I think he did a better job. I'm liking this heel go with Cena. I really am. But it's going to be in the Kingdom Arena in Saudi Arabia at 1:00 tomorrow. I hate when they do that because I'm at work. I hate to watch pay-per-view wrestling in the afternoon because I can't. So I got to sit and watch, somewhere else. So, but I'm going to give the matches and my take on who's going to win real quick here. And it's going to be on Peacock, of course. I actually got Peacock for a year for free because of my internet. So the one match is Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross with Scarlett. I love the way Karrion Kross is getting pushed now finally. And hopefully Karrion Kross, I guess he was mauled in Saudi Arabia when him and his wife went out. The people were like clamoring for him. So that was great. I'm taking Karrion Kross. I've always liked Killer Kross. I've always liked Karrion Kross. They need to push him to the moon. I love his Jesse the Body Ventura impersonation. But I'm taking Karrion to beat Sami Zayn, and to beat Sami Zayn in a bad way, because I watched that when he was fighting at WrestleMania weekend. He didn't get a match, and he did that blood sport, and that was brutal. So, okay. We also got a street fight with Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez. No Liv Morgan. She's hurt. Probably Perez will probably stick her nose into it. Maybe Dominic. I don't know. I'm going to say I would say Rhea Ripley is going to win that one. Unless there's some shenanigans with Raquel and the Judgment Day. But I'll go with Rhea Ripley on that one. Okay. Let's see here. The U.S. Championship match. I like this champion. Jacob Fatu is the champion versus Solo Sikoa. Sikoa is not upsetting Jacob Fatu. I don't see it happening anytime soon. Jacob Fatu is something else, and he needs to get a little bit higher than just having that U.S. strap. We'll see. Give him about another year, or another two. But we also got the Queen of the Ring final. Now, I'm not too sure about this one because I do I'm a huge Jade Cargill because of how she looks. She is the Goldberg of female wrestling. She's very, very, it scares me to watch her sometimes because some botch moves could be seriously hurting somebody. And I do love Asuka. I've always liked Asuka. I think Asuka's a badass coming back from her injury. But I believe they're going to push. I think they're going to push Jade. But I just don't think Jade is a good enough wrestler. I think this is the female version of Lord Steven Regal versus Goldberg, where Asuka can out wrestle fucking Jade in her sleep. And that's what I'm going with. I'm going to go and pick, as much as I like Jade because of the way she looks and her physical presence, Asuka is more dominating in the wrestling sense to me. I'm going to take Asuka because I like her. I like them both, but I'm going to go with Asuka. Okay, the King of the Ring final. We got Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. Wow. Two former legacy teammates, friends, if you want to call it that. I don't know. I'm not singing the praise of Cody Rhodes anymore after the story was done. I like Randy Orton because Randy's like the last of the lineage of WWE that has been around a while. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think he's going to upset Cody, but for nostalgic reasons, I'll take Randy Orton. Look, if I pick these, it's not going to kill me. I'm not going to lose my job. Well, maybe I'll lose my job. I'm not going to lose sleep over it, but I'm going to go with Randy Orton. And then we have the WWE Championship, the champion John Cena versus CM Punk. And this probably could be the first fucking time ever in my lovely wrestling career, watching wrestling, that I have taken John Cena. full-heartedly. I'm taking Cena. I believe Cena is going to pound the bejesus out of CM Punk. Now I know Punk come and did some rap thing about Cena. I have to watch it later on. I mean, I got SmackDown on right now, but it was already shown. But I will go with John Cena, which is surprising, but I like Cena's heel turn. It's good. Okay, so let's get to that. That's my take on tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. Real quick, I'm going to get to some AEW stuff because AEW pay-per-view Saturday night, July 12th, all in Texas. I haven't watched AEW. I do watch the AEW pay-per-views, and they're 6 hours long, and I barely can see the main event. I have to wake myself up and slap myself in the face. But, it's a long pay-per-view. Okay. So we got the women's casino gauntlet match. I don't know who's going to be in there. I know one person is Chris Statlander. Other than that, I have no idea who's going to be in that ladies casino gauntlet match. The men's casino gauntlet match, the only person I know is Mark Briscoe. It's in there. I have no idea. They'll put a whole bunch of people in there and see how it goes. I'm not picking any winners. I'm just giving you guys the matches because it's another 2 weeks away. AEW Tag Team Championship champions, the Hurt Syndicate versus Mike Bailey and Kevin Knight. Okay. I'm not going to give, I'll give it in 2 weeks. I'll give it the Friday before, like the 11th, July 11th. I'll give the picks. I'm just talking about the upcoming matches. MJF actually showed up on Major League Wrestling I think it was last night or the other day. So, and MJF is with the Hurt Syndicate. AEW International and Continental Championship. Kenny Omega versus Kazuki Okada. Oh, I got that right. Okada versus Omega. Oh, sweet. I got that right. Okay, that's that match for 2 championships. We have the AEW Women's Championship, World's Women's Championship match. The champion, Timeless Toni Storm, who I do love her promos, versus Mercedes Moné. I hope they don't. I'll give my pick on the 11th. Okay, AEW World's Heavyweight Championship match. The champion, Jon Moxley versus Hangman Page. So that's Saturday, July 12th, AEW, all in Texas. Look, this Friday show, I'm trying to do wrestling and give my take and throw stuff out there for everybody. I don't know what my problem is on my personal Facebook page to interact with everybody on my Facebook page. I'm very this is the second week this has happened. I've had Tammy look into it. I don't know why it just goes to private. It's ridiculous. But when I do a live, it'll go, but it won't go when I do a StreamYard. I don't know how or why it's doing that. I have no idea. So how you doing, Afton? Hopefully everything is great. Yeah, I don't know if any, I just don't know, understand it because I do get a lot of people in my Facebook. I do. And they probably want to chat because wrestling in Western Pennsylvania is very, very hot. And I don't know how to do it. So I'm going to have to do whatever. I don't know. I might have to do a live. I don't know. But I got my script here because I'm doing whatever. I don't know how long I'll go tonight. But also, too, I wanted a big shout out. I'm probably going to go to this show because a lot of the Imagine guys from Altoona showed up this past Sunday to watch my show, and I just try to give back and try to help people out. So, yeah, Imagine Wrestling right there out of Altoona, July 19th. I don't know what the card is. I think it's the Rail City Rumble or something like that. I was very, very impressed with their new trainee, Xavier. Deuce. He's autistic, and he is going to have his first professional wrestling match. That is something huge. I really want to see that. That is one thing I really, really want to see. The Imagine Wrestling training school is training him, and he's going to have his first shot, and that's something huge. And he puts it out there that he's autistic, and he's a brick shithouse. So his name's Xavier Deuce. I believe he's going to be wrestling in that Rumble on the 19th. I'll know more in the upcoming weeks because I'm trying to promote everybody. I wish my Facebook and please, if somebody could let me know how I can get my Facebook back to StreamYard. I'm going to have to check it later on. I don't know. Maybe something happened. I have no idea. So, but because I can't even get in. But and that makes me mad. That derails me when I'm trying to do something. You know, it's just whatever. Here's what I'll do. I will share my show on YouTube. Oh, I'm going to share it right now, live right now on my on my I have so many sites, it's unreal. So okay. The other day I went on some kid's live and told him, you know what I mean? Like I don't think he liked that because he was wanting to train people and he has only been in the business a year. And I told him, I said, you need more matches and you should keep your mouth shut and your ears open. I don't think he liked that. You can't train anybody a year in the business. There's no way. There's no fucking way. Just my opinion. I would never ever. I wouldn't have nothing to give anybody in a year because I haven't done nothing. That's just how I feel. But I don't think he liked that. I don't think he liked that at all. But I'm going to share this on my personal Facebook page, and I'm going to keep going here. And I appreciate you guys all tuning in on a Friday night. And I know wrestling sometimes is not everybody's cup of tea. I understand that. But I wish the Facebook stuff would be. I'm telling you, back in the day, my Facebook used to be crazy. It's just, and I just don't know what happened. I just don't understand it. And that's that's what makes me mad. So, okay. Well, I got another, there's some more shows in the Pittsburgh area. 880 Wrestling. They're actually having a show right now. If everybody can see that, they got a show on the 28th, the 29th, the 4th, and the 19th. You can catch all their stuff on indywrestling.us. You can catch all their stuff on Thursday. You can catch the APWF on the Triple B Experience or Indy US. So also, if you guys want to listen to rumors and innuendo, it's Dominic D'Angelo, who actually makes money doing podcasting. I was on last week. He's on every day. Every day you can hit like and subscribe and follow him. He talks about all the big time wrestling stuff. And where am I at? Oh, and Rise Wrestling right here, July 12th, 7 p.m. Huge. I think they have a big, huge battle royal. I think I got everybody. I think I got everything. Yeah, this is not going to be a long show because I'm trying to get my Facebook thing fixed. I gotta do some more stuff. But yeah, I just want to, get some stuff out. There's not a lot of wrestling shows. There's also KSWA Wrestling. They had a free event tomorrow at 4 p.m. at the Arsenal Park in Lawrenceville. It's the Lawrenceville Independence Day celebration. So they are they're getting their running their course, and Enjoy Wrestling on The 5th. Yeah, didn't I say that? I think. I think I said that, Brooks. I think. Wait, where am I at? Oh, I don't have. Oh, I missed that one. I try to do. Um, I try to do a lot, but then people and you know what's the sad part about it is I appreciate people that support me and share my stuff. Slam and Sammy and her family, everything that I do, they spread the word from the Steeler podcast to the Experience Thursday night shows to the APWF wrestling to this show here tonight. Anything I do, her and her family support and share it out there. So I want to give a big shout out to Slam and Sammy. She's doing a lot of wrestling in different states, but also too she's sharing my stuff, and I appreciate that. And I will share other companies' stuff and other companies share mine. Some companies won't. I understand that. Oh, oh, thanks, brother. It's a one-time show a year, man. We're me and my wife are too old. I said it in the first part of the show. It took us a couple days to recover. I'm just glad that I can book certain matches and and everybody gets along and stuff like that because there's a lot of politics in wrestling. I don't want any of that bullshit. I don't want any politics. But what I do want is an atmosphere where the fans can enjoy a great wrestling show. And I believe they did Sunday, even though it was 100 degrees and it was hot. And it wasn't, the thing about it is it wasn't as super hot as I thought it would be um, because they had the big fan working, which is great. We were filming it through indy wrestling.us. Sorg and his wife Missy were filming it. We had Doc and Jim at color, and Hank was doing the announcing, and Josh Miller from the Castle was actually doing a sound. I actually bought some sound, so I do have sound, and we'll do that. We'll incorporate that in to further stuff because to put on a good show without any storylines and make sure we book people, it's hard work. We actually had a couple cancellations. Isaiah Prince got a concussion Saturday night. That's why he couldn't make it. And then the Beastman Rose was there, and I booked him. And like I said before, that was the first time he's ever been booked in the APWF. So things do happen. But I don't know why my Facebook and Shane's like, why do you do Facebook? Because there's like, I have a ton of people, and that's the thing. Let's see here. I have 1,300 followers. I have 2,400 followers, and whatever. I follow 1.3. So even I just don't know what the problem is. But I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight on this recap of stuff. I'm going to try to do some Facebook stuff and see if that works. We will be back Tuesday, myself, Mark, and Shane. Tuesday for Steelers. Me and Shane will be back Wednesday. I'm looking to do some interviews. And my buddies last night wanted to do, this is crazy, they want to do a heavy metal hard hair band podcast, and those two discuss it and have me as a moderator. I told them I would do it. But I don't want to do another YouTube channel. I just want to put it on. I want to put it on here and see, and they can, and one's in Colorado, my friend's in Colorado, and my other buddies in Florida, and then I can run it here from Western Pennsylvania, and they got to come up with a name, but they know their hair bands and their heavy metal stuff, and they want to do it. So if they want to do it, hey Shane, how you doing? They want to do it, I'll do anything. I'm going to look for some more interviews now. I have a lot of time. I have a lot of time to get the podcast back churning. We're very, very close on the Dynasty. We're at 415. We're very close to getting monetized, hopefully. the APWF show that's on the Triple B Experience. We got some copyrighted because Don Henley at Dirty Laundry, it was it came up, and I didn't edit it because I took it right off of indywrestling.us. They sent me the whole match, and I would never make any money off of that, but it's on the Experience if everybody wants to watch it. I also downloaded all the other matches, so I have all the matches in their entirety, and I'll put it in the APWF section on the Experience site. So I just want to think of I'm trying to think of some ideas to get back in and do the podcasting, and think of some ways, like I said, next Thursday, myself and Shane and Cable, the best DCU movies before the 4th of July. And then me and Shane will be talking Steelers football Wednesday. I still got to mail out Patricia's hat. I like I said, so now that I'm not promoting wrestling or having a show, let's put it that way, having a show, I can try to get my grass cut. It's like 3 feet tall and work around my house. Look, I'm just running one show a year. The company is still around, but I'm not going to. I think I'm just going to use Facebook. I think having a website with myself and Larry doing it and paying for it is not feasible. And because everything's on Facebook, the pictures and we had great photographers that had come in Sunday and took some pictures. If you're on Facebook, you can, follow the Allied Powers Wrestling Federation on Facebook. I think I'm going to go that route until one day that the website is, or I get somebody to build it better than me and Larry and knows what they're doing. And I'm still going to keep the domain name, and I'm going to put some money into the APWF account to buy, maybe custom ring aprons. They're a couple $100. We don't have a title because we're not running all the time, so it doesn't pay for a title. But also too, if we had a facility to have 300 people in a concession stand and bathrooms, we could do that. We'd have to, I couldn't book bigger names for shows like that, because to book a big name, you gotta have about 100 and some tickets sold just on that big name alone. Because I could sit here and we can diagram on how to, budget a wrestling show. And I mean, my dog hates. Oh, why? Oh, because of the fireworks. I bet. Tammy's dog, God bless her soul, hated 4th of July because somebody set fireworks off when she was younger. So that's not good. I'm not bad. I'm not big into the 4th of July fireworks anymore because I had that concussion and the bright lights do me in. So, but yeah, I'm going to try to do Facebook. And I keep doing that. I don't know why it won't work. So we shall see. But I'm going to get out of here. Like I said, guys, next week. And I posted for anybody to jump on this show tonight. And you know what? Nobody came on, wrestling wise. They wanted to talk wrestling. Wrestlers they didn't want to come on. I give them a format. I think people were running scared, maybe. I don't know. It is what it is. I think when I told that kid yesterday, I don't think he liked what I had to say. His mom's like, I've been telling him, hey man, you got to keep your mouth shut, So, okay, guys, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. You guys have a great weekend. This show was all about wrestling and a little bit about something, but I don't know if I'll be doing it next Friday, because next Friday's the 4th of July. So, but we'll definitely do Thursday, the DCU movies. We'll be ranking them, Oh, wow. Oh, I appreciate it, you guys. You guys are the greatest. You guys don't even live around me, and you guys support me more people than the people that live around me. That's why you guys are the shit. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. So you guys have a great night. We'll see you. We're bringing the band back together. Mark, hopefully, he's a little better. Shane will be back, and we'll be talking Steelers football because George Pickens is an asshole. Because before I go, he had that camp and he reneged on that camp. But I tell you what, Pat Fryermuth come in and is okay and didn't let those kids down. So I'm sure we'll be talking about that Tuesday and Wednesday. George Pickens is an asshole. And I'm glad now he's not a Steeler because he ruined a lot of kids, you know what I mean, by not giving them what he promised. But Pat Fryermuth come in and saved the day. And I still got to get my Aaron Rodgers jersey. And I believe TJ Watt is getting closer to sign. So sorry, Shane. Yeah. Yeah, that was something, man. So maybe I'll do a video this weekend on that and just bash fucking George Pickens. Fucking piece of shit. You know. Even James Harrison, I think, was busting his chops. So yeah, and now you got James Harrison pissed off at you. Smack him alongside the head. So maybe I'll do one of those this weekend and bash that. So, okay, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I love you. God bless you guys. Have a great weekend. And definitely see you. You never know when I pop on anymore. Who knows? I got a lot of time on my hands. Not really, but I do really, besides, yard work and work, and as long as my wife lets me do whatever I can do, I'm good. So, okay, guys, thanks. Have a great night and a great weekend. See ya.